Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we have another I don't even know how many we have and how many we will have. So another Stardust version. This comes from an idea of one of you guys. So trying to abuse Angel of ZERA'S effect. Some of you probably never paid attention to this guy, and I mean its effect is not that crazy, but there's actually sort of a loop that we can use, and I basically built up a deck list all around this to abuse its effect and have, as you will see, what. But before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here with Yusei again, and Stardust Acceleration as always. So, and this is what the deck list looks like. So let's start from the main protagonist here, that is Angel of ZERA. So this guy is a generic level 8 synchro monsters that you can summon with anything. It's, I mean, not that great stats: 2800 attack, 2300 defense. What's the cool thing about this? It's definitely not the fact that he gains a 100 attack for each of your opponent's banished cards. It's not that the case. But it's the fact that during the standby phase of the next turn this card was banished, special summon this banished card. So these can keep on coming back as long as you have a way to banish it. And how are you supposed to banish this thing from the grave? Two ways here. The first thing is MASTERFLARE HYPERION. This guy actually can be summoned only with Angel of ZERA, because Angel of ZERA is a fairy synchro monster, and MASTERFLARE HYPERION actually needs a non-tuner fairy type monster. So you send ZERA to grave to summon the MASTERFLARE HYPERION, of course with a tuner, and then you banish ZERA from the grave as a cast for MASTERFLARE HYPERION to banish a card on the field. And plus, when you banish ZERA, it's gonna come back during the next standby phase. So you're gonna have another level 8 synchro ready to be used for another level 10 synchro summon. Keep in mind that there we have also another way to banish ZERA from the grave consistently, and is Stardust Chronicle Spark Dragon. Now, you can use ZERA to summon this boy, and you can banish ZERA to use the effect of Stardust Chronicle Spark Dragon to make himself unaffected. And pay attention, this is not the same sort of unaffected that we have with Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon. This thing is totally unaffected. So when you activate this effect, banishing a synchro monster from your grave, this guy becomes completely unaffected for the rest of the turn. Plus, when he gets destroyed, you can target one of your banished dragon type synchro monsters and special summon it, and these work with, of course, anything you banish. With the Stardust Chronicle Spark Dragon, I think exception made for Quasar, because these cannot be special summoned by other ways. But for example, with this effect, you can actually make Shooting Star Dragon coming back from the banished section, or also the Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon. So these are the two level 10 that this deck is gonna focus on, and basically the turn 1 combo is giving you MASTERFLARE HYPERION, or technically even the Stardust Chronicle Spark Dragon, as you will see in the replays, plus unaffected Quasar, of course, summoned through the effect of Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon. The rest of the extra deck is just, we have a couple of this for longer duels, because keep in mind this guy alone is a 1 level 10 synchro monster, and keep in mind that thanks to the skill we're gonna have access to Shooting Star Dragon and also Stardust Warrior. That's why you might find a couple of these useful. The Stardust Dragon for the effect of Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon's effect, and Junk Warrior because we need the level 5, and a monster in the extra deck that makes Synchro Overtake actually a searcher, because when you go first and let's suppose you do not open the Junk Synchro, not even the tuning, you have the Synchro Overtake, but Synchro Overtake is useless, because if you don't play this in your deck, your extra deck is not gonna be full of the monster that the skill can add. So that's super important to have. That's why we play this. I mean, we just needed a level 5. Why not the Junk Warrior, so that Synchro Overtake becomes live even before the skill. And then Worm, that's gonna be, as you will see in the replay, is gonna be super useful when you go second. So that's it for the extra deck. For the main deck, Junk Synchron is the only Synchro monster you're gonna need, and we play literally 9 of this. 3 Synchro Overtake that can also transform them. That also means additional special summon eventually, and 3 Tuning. And then for this combo, you basically need a couple of combinations between. A couple of these combos between a Skater to Dawnwalker that is basically itself a 1 card and a half combo into Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon, Junk Converter that gives you an additional summon, Synchro Overtake that gives you an additional special summon unless you're using it as a searcher, and Synchro Chase that gives you another button in the field. So all of these cards, the Synchro Overtake, the Junk Converter, and the Synchro Chase, all do the same thing, giving you an additional body, while a Skater Dawnwalker gives you 2 bodies, because he lets you special summon the Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon. That means 2, because when you summon this guy, it revives the Formula Synchron, so that's 2 boys. Now, with this reasoning, you can understand that to go for the full combo, you need a couple of Junk Synchrons, but technically just 1, because the second is gonna be given to you by the skill. So you reveal 1 and you get the On Your Mark Get Set Duel, and then you need either a Dawnwalker alone. It's the what you need with a couple of Junk Synchrons to go into MASTERFLARE HYPERION plus Quasar, or you might have 2 between Junk Converter Engrave, Synchro Overtake, and Synchro Chase. So you need either Dawnwalker alone, a Skater Dawnwalker alone, or 2 between Junk Converter, Synchro Chase, and Synchro Overtake. Of course, it doesn't matter, they do not pile up. I mean, if you have 2 Synchro Chases, it's not the same. You need 2 different things between Junk Converter, Synchro Chase, and Synchro Overtake. Now, keep in mind that Junk Converter is needed in your grave. So, as I already shown you in other replays, what happens is that if you have the Junk Converter to send it to grave, you're just gonna discard it with the second part of the skill. And that means that you're gonna keep the On Your Mark Get Set Duel on your field. And guys, that's it. The combo, it becomes tough to explain you the combo during decklist breakdown, so I hope everything was clear to make you understand what you need for the combo. As you can see, we also have a couple of free slots that I used with an end trap. I highly recommend a tuner end trap, so eventually you go into the Shooting Star Dragon. You can hope for multiple attacks, because this is gonna give into you by the skill. So either Ghost Murner or Effect Veiler, but as Jamie made me realize I think a week ago, Ghost Murner could be kinda better, because if you break, this could be still a level 3 tuner that you can use for the Synchro Summon or any of these boys. Guys, if you have any questions, don't forget to drop them in the comment section down below, and of course, stay tuned for the replays, so you're gonna see some very nice plays. Let's jump right into them. Here we go, my boys. First replay against, it should be Speedroid? Yep. So in this case, we're going second. So, and these Speedroid player, actually, I think he just bricked. He decided to draw a card, he stayed there, and that's what he has. But let's see what we got. We got the On Your Mark Get Set tool to begin with, then started acceleration here to go for the Will Synchro Chase first, then Will Synchron additional normal summon to get the Formula Synchron on the field. So in this case, we're going for the Junk Destroyer to force the back row, so that we can chill then. He's got the Speedroid duplicate to pop my Junk Destroyer, but that's fine, because now we have everything. So Dawnwalker to begin with, summoning the Angel of Zera, as you can see here. So then 2 + 8 is MASTERFLARE HYPERION. Then tuning to get the second Junk Synchron, here he comes. Normal summon, getting the Speed Warrior into Junk Warrior again. And then Synchro Chase activating, reviving the Junk Synchron from the grave. Here it comes. So we have access to level 8 again. That of course will be Accel Synchro Status Dragon plus the Formula Synchron. At this point we're attacking and we're chilling there. Keep in mind that Synchro Chase is beautiful not only for additional body, but because with Synchro Chase your opponent cannot respond to the activation of the effect of Accel Synchro Status Dragon. And that works for every monster that has Warrior, Synchron, or Status in their original name. So it's got Book of Eclipse to begin with, and look at this. I used Hyperion's effect to banish the Book of Eclipse just to banish Zera, so he comes back during the next standby phase. And then I chained, of course, with the effect of Accel Synchro Status Dragon to save my boys for the Book of Eclipse. Status Dragon is here. And of course, Synchro Summon into the level 10, the Stardust Warrior. Here he comes. Of course, Stardust Warrior is unaffected because of Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon's effect. Synchro Chase makes me get back the Stardust Dragon, so we have a negation. He's got double yo-yo here to get the level 3 back, and then duplicate to get the level 1 tuner. Synchro Summon into Kendama. I let that stay there, and then 6+1 into Clear Wing Fast Dragon, but we don't care about that because we can just use the effect of Stardust Warrior to negate it. But it's not done yet. Part of Avarice, recycling 5, drawing 2, and look at what he's got. The Wind Chandelier. This was like a destiny draw. Now Terror Top can special summon itself, grab the Taketomborg, and then special summon the Taketomborg itself with its own effect, and then tributing into a Piper, getting another card that is the Forbidden Lens, plus going first into Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, and then, thanks to the skill, into a level 10, into a level 8 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. This dude was able to get everything just with the Pot of Avarice, everything back. Now this is a bad spot for us, but look at this. He attacked first the Crystal Wing, of course getting into Stardust Warrior, or Stardust Dragon. End phase, Stardust Warrior comes back, plus during the end phase we got, during the standby phase, Zera comes back. So that is brilliant, and now we're not done yet. Synchro Overtake to get the Stardust Dragon back on the field, full with this effect, and now we're attacking. I know that with Stardust Warrior, we're just gonna be destroyed by this because this gets boosted, but that was intentional. Why? Because when Stardust Warrior gets destroyed, he summons a Jet Warrior, and well, you're gonna say, but he can negate that. Wrong, because thanks to Synchro Chase, your opponent cannot activate Carter effect in response to the effect activation of your Synchro monsters with Warrior, Synchron, or Stardust in the original name. So you bounce that and then you go for lethal. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel, my boys. We got heroes and we're going second this time. So let's see what we have. Let's speed things up. We know what heroes are about. He started with the level 10. Then he's got the Poly and the Super Poly. Neo's Fusion to get the Kluger and a Super Poly, I guess, set. It has to go on your Mega Set Duel to begin with, then Synchro Chase ready, and he's got the Armored Dragon Thunder level 10 on the Synchro Chase, good choice. Then we got the Synchro Acceleration to get the Junk Converted Engrave, and here it comes, Junk Synchron, first normal summon into Sonic Check, because 3+1+5 is Mist Worm, so we can bounce all of those. Of course, he is forced to use Super Poly to at least get something on the field and get rid of my Mist Worm, getting a Great Tornado. At this point, a Great Tornado effect does not matter in this case. Then second normal summon, Junk Synchro into Junk Converter, and then having Junk Warrior on the field, Junk Converter's effect to revive the Wheel Synchron level 5. Why? Because now we can use Synchro Overtake, special summon Junk Synchron from the grave. 5+3 is Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon, using its effect, reviving the Formula Synchron, changing the level of a Junk Warrior to 2, and then effect of Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon to Accel Synchro the Quasar, that is unaffected this turn, and he attacks twice, plus of course he has negation built within him. First attack, second attack, that's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Third duel, my boys, we have again Dragonic Contagio, and it's still him to go first. Let's see what he has. So another Armored Dragon Thunder level 10. as always. Then we got the Poly, it's got the Great Tornado to basically trigger the Cross Keeper, then Stratos to draw, getting the Liquid Soldier, and then a set card, and that's fine. Now it's us to go. We started with the On Your Mark Get Set Duel, but we have tons of junk synchro, just too many. So it's got a lot of life better to begin with, and we already know that we can't win this turn, right? So we have to just build a board that has to be the best possible. So I started with the Sonic Warrior, going into Junk Warrior, and of course the Wheel Synchro on the field still. Then we got the second normal summon to get the Junk Converter, and then I went Stardust, Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon, reviving the level 2, and I just changed the level to Junk Warrior because, as I told you guys, if you do not have a skater, you need 2 things between Junk Converter, Synchro Chase, and Synchro Overtake, but I just got one that was the Junk Converter, so we stopped just on Quasar. So it's got the Dragonic Contact again to go into the Armored Dragon Thunder level 10. Then it's got the Poly and the Super Poly again, actually, I think. Polymerization, Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon says no thank you, I'm going straight away into Unaffected Quasar, and there's only one thing that we need is to negate an eventual Neos Fusion if he draws it. So he went with the Sunrise first to begin with, getting the Liquid Soldier and the Miracle Fusion. So he's got the grab and the double draw. Then Armored Thunder level 10, but he can't destroy Quasar, so he's going further with the Cross Keeper, as you can see there, and then Neos Fusion in the end. But Quasar says no thank you. That was exactly what we were expecting. Then he's got the Winged Kribo, and then Super Poly. I don't know if he thought he could Super Poly this, but he actually can't. So he went into Core, but nothing happens because he can't get rid of that. Trying to pop that again, but that does not get popped because, again, it's unaffected. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Going first this time, let's see what we have. It's us to go, and we have, as you can see, double basically Junk Synchron thanks to the skill, and actually even without the skill, to be honest. And then we have 2 things because we have both Junk Converter and Synchro Chase, so we are chilling. We started with the On Your Mark Get Set Duel, get the second Junk Synchron, then Synchro Chase on the field, and this is how you do the combo with the Junk Converter Synchro Chase. So with Synchron Addition normal summon to get the Formula Synchron. In this, it's the first revive you do when you go first. So then 3+5 is Angel of Zera. Fairy plus level 2 is MASTERFLARE HYPERION, and now we have another normal summon. We got the Junk Converter back on the field, then Synchro Summon into Junk Warrior that will trigger both the things, both Junk Converter and Synchro Chase. Now Junk Converter to revive the junks. Actually, you can do in different ways. In this case, I decided to go just with the Junk Converter to revive the Junk Synchron. Then 3+5 is Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon, and here you use Synchro Chase to get the Junk Warrior back on the field, plus Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon revives the Formula Synchron. At this point, you have 3 Synchro monsters, you change the level of Warrior to 2, and you're ready. But look at that. Look at that. Now, in this case, if he had nothing, we would have just had all of this with the Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon summoning an unaffected Quasar during my opponent's turn. But he said no, because he's got Nibiru. Guess what? We can chain. So I did 2 things. The first, MASTERFLARE HYPERION banish targeting my own card that I'm gonna dodge, just to banish Zera so he comes back. And then Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon's effect to dodge the Nibiru. Why? Because once again, when you summon with Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon, the monster you summon, in this case Quasar, is unaffected even by Nibiru. So here he comes, he tributes just that monster, so Quasar stays there, and we're done. So his turn, standby phase, Zera comes back, here he comes. Then Lilusk Vertical, I decided to negate that straight away because that will have given him too much value, plus this is a problem for him on the field, I guess, technically. And here he comes, he's scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. This is maybe the 5th another hero deck to face. This time we're going second. So let's see what we have. The level 10 again is got the super poly ready, triple set, and that's it. Not the best of the turn one for actually. It depends on the back rows, right? But look at this. This is gonna be funny to see because we got full combo technically, but when you go second, you wanna take different paths. So I started with this, and I decided to go straight away. I tried to go straight away into Worm to get rid of the back rows. He's got the Armor Dragon Thunder effect to pop the Wheel Synchron. Very good move. At this point, the additional normal summon is for Junk Converter, so that we use Junk Warrior, and then we use the effect of Junk Converter to revive the level 3 Junk Converter. It comes, and then level 9 Synchro Summon into Mist Worm that bounces everything and except one. And look at this, Synchro Overtake now to special summon a Junk Synchron from the grave, and now we change the level of Mist Worm to put it down to 5, so 5 plus 3 is 8, Accel Synchro Status Dragon, reviving the level 2, and here comes the, the plot armor, and we got the Accel Synchro Status Dragon's effect to Synchro Summon. So keep in mind, when it's your turn, remember to still use the Accel Synchro Status Dragon's effect so that your monster, this guy, is unaffected. And this will be crucial because look at this. Star Dragon's effect, reveal 5, and we got the 2 Gauss Muller and Seal that are 2 tuners, so we have 2 attacks here, right? We attack, what happens? He's got Magic Cylinder that though does not have any effect because this is unaffected. So nothing happens, we attack twice, and we finish him. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. We have a mirror match here, and look at this hand. Not the best of the hands, but what happens here is that at least with Junk Converter you can do something, because you're gonna search the Junk Synchron and then get the effect to basically have a second one. So at least you are guaranteed a couple of normal summons, right? So then the skill, keep in mind the Dawn Walker cannot be used in this case, it depends, because we have a couple of normal summon. So we got, as you can see, the Angel of Zera, first thing, and going into MASTERFLARE HYPERION. Then at this point, Junk Synchron again to get the Junk Converter. Level 5, Junk Converter's effect to revive a tuner is gonna be the level 3 Junk Converter, so we can go into Accel Synchro Status Dragon. So if you just have the 2 Junk Synchrons, what you can do, what you have is a choice between having just Quasar unaffected or going into MASTERFLARE HYPERION plus this thing. There of course is gonna be anything you want between Stardust Chronicle Spark Dragon, Stardust Warrior, or Shooting Star Dragon. Now, I changed the level of MASTERFLARE HYPERION just because eventually we get to use its effect first. We can keep the Stardust Dragon and use this as a synchro material. That's why I changed its level. So engage to begin with, getting the Window Anchor, and that's fine. Window Anchor to begin with on my MASTERFLARE HYPERION, actually on my Accel Synchro Stardust Dragon. I decided to chain, of course, and to go straight away into a Stardust Warrior Synchro Summon, because this thing, of course, is my opponent is playing Synchro monsters, so we can negate those summons. Then it's got the skill to get the Jet Synchro, the on your mark gets a Duel actually, and here he comes, and I decided to banish that. MASTERFLARE HYPERION banishes Angels of Zera, but it's got another Widow Anchor, so that effect is negated. But who cares, because we still banished Zera, so he's gonna come back next turn. At this point, he's got tuning to get the Junk Synchron, but guess what? This move was crucial because he didn't get any addition with On Your Mark Gets Set Duel. Why? Because when he resolved, he had the Widow Anchor on the field, so technically he had a card on the field. So he was not in the scenario of controlling no other cards. So that worked anyway. At this point, he's got the level 5. Keep in mind, he has a Junk Synchron and a Jet Synchron. That's what we know he showed us. So he's got that. First Synchro Summon into Junk Warrior. That is still fine. Then he went with Jet Synchron additional normal summon to go 1+5 into Stardust Charge Warrior. And that is the summon you negate. So Stardust Warrior negates. We're chilling at this point, and he's scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. My 5th win in a row. Actually, this was a rank up if I'm not wrong. we have Winter Bell Axel, a very solid rogue deck to see. So it's us to go. We have plenty of stuff here. I decided to keep these two and to send the Escador back to the deck. So classic combo here. So we can have the full combo because we have two things. Let's speed things up. Junk Synchron, MASTERFLARE HYPERION to begin with. Then he starts the second part with the Junk Warrior and the Synchro Chaser and Junk Converter. As you can see, I showed you before another way. This is the other way to do it. So with Junk Converter you revive the level 5, and with Synchro Chaser you revive the level 3. So you have Axel Synchro Status Dragon, as always, reviving the Formula Synchron with its effect. You change the level of Junk Warrior to 2, and there you go. You have a Quasar, an affected Quasar ready. At this point, he's got Windwitch chimes to begin with, but first he started with Droplet. That's huge. But what he forgot about that, and I misplayed here, is that also Formula Synchron can Axel Synchro Summon. So I misplayed because I used that right now. I should have waited. But still, I went for the Status Warrior, and now because I summoned the Status Monster and I have Synchro Chase, guess what? Axel Synchro Status Dragon comes back on the field. You've got Book of Eclipse also, so it's not only Droplet, but also Book of Eclipse, flipping everything down. But I used the effect of MASTERFLARE HYPERION, even if it's negated, just to banish the Zera, so the next turn eventually it comes back. Now keep in mind, after using both Book of Eclipse and Droplets, you just have all of this to face, because keep in mind, if this guy gets destroyed, it's gonna float again into the Jet Warrior. So but actually, I don't know if it just messed it up, or if they decided just to give it away because we had too many stuff like coming back. Because this one he just scooped, I don't know why, but this just to show you what happens when your opponent opens Droplet. So unless they're willing to actually discard 3, because you should target also Formula Synchron, well, what's happening is this thing. So and that's brilliant, guys. I do love it. Keep in mind, when I use Formula Synchron's effect, I could have gone for Quasar technically, but I decided to go into Status Warrior just to trigger Synchro Chase. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This is another funny version of Status Acceleration. We have tons because we can play anything, and this was nice for the Angel of Zera thing, and the MASTERFLARE HYPERION as a different limited 1 boss. I know you prefer Crystal Wing, I think Crystal Wing is better, but this is just to show you a different combo. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.